Giving is one of the most challenging, yet rewarding, things we can do as Christians. It's challenging because it means giving away something that we may want to keep for ourselves. It's also challenging because sometimes giving feels like a sacrifice without any tangible benefits for us. Fortunately, giving also has many rewards. When we give selflessly, we're able to see how much our actions impact others and make their lives better in the process. Giving also brings us closer to God and shows us how much He has blessed us with so that we can be generous with it. Focusing on Bible verses about giving can help you practically apply these principles in your life and become more generous in all areas of your life. Bible verses about giving. There are many Bible verses about giving. Here are a few examples of verses on giving. Proverbs 22:9, "Whoever has a bountiful eye will be blessed, for he shares his bread with the poor." Matthew 5:16, "In order to practice the righteousness that God requires, we must feed the hungry, welcome the stranger, clothe the naked, and care for the sick." Ephesians 4:28, "Don't use foul or abusive language. Instead, let everything you do be done in love." Giving is an act of worship. You will be rewarded when you give generously. Acts 20:35, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." A faithful person will be like a blossoming tree, bearing fruit when his season comes. Proverbs 11:30, "The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he who is wise wins souls." A good person will obtain favor from the Lord, but a man with an evil eye will be condemned. Proverbs 22:9, "Whoever has a bountiful eye will be blessed, for he shares his bread with the poor." Giving to the poor is an especially rewarding act of worship. Help the poor and needy. Proverbs 19:17, "Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward him for what he has done." If you share your bread with the hungry and bring the homeless poor into your house, then you will live longer in the land the Lord your God is giving you. Proverbs 22:9, "Whoever has a bountiful eye will be blessed, for he shares his bread with the poor." The poor will always be among you, but you should not ignore them. Instead, you should show them kindness by giving to them so that they can live with dignity. You will be rewarded for your act of charity and for your worship of God when you give to those in need. Giving helps us appreciate what we already have. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, they neither toil nor spin. Yet I tell you, even Solomon in all his glory was not clothed like one of these. Matthew 6:28, "And why are you worried about clothing? Observe how the lilies of the field grow. They don't labor or spin. But I tell you, clothing isn't a concern for the people of God. Wealth is empty, and all its glory is fading like a flower in the blackness of the night, like a new blossom that wilts before the sun." Ecclesiastes 5:10, "Whoever loves money doesn't have enough, whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with his income." This too is meaningless. Consider the birds of the air and how they fly. They don't sow seeds or harvest grain. Yet I tell you, even Solomon in all his glory was not clothed like one of these. Even the grass in the fields, which grows today and is chopped down tomorrow, doesn't have long life. But the word of God will stand forever. Matthew 6:26, "Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, they neither toil nor spin. Yet I tell you, even Solomon in all his glory was not clothed like one of these." In conclusion, giving is one of the most challenging, yet rewarding, things we can do as Christians. It's challenging because it means giving away something that we may want to keep for ourselves. It's also challenging because sometimes giving feels like a sacrifice without any tangible benefits for us. Fortunately, giving also has many rewards. When we give selflessly, we're able to see how much our actions impact others and make their lives better in the process. Giving also brings us closer to God and shows us how much He has blessed us with so that we can be generous with it. Now that you're an expert on giving, what will you do? Will you donate more to your favorite charity? Will you volunteer at a homeless shelter? Will you give extra money to a family in need at church? Whatever you decide, know that God will reward you for your generosity.